Okay, we're back in session. Class still in session. And the name is still Gabriel Afolayan. In short, let me put it this way. The name is Olashubomi Gabriel Afolayan. And I still have Kemi.
Owadara.
Yes, and she's still very much available, to you, our viewers back home. And we're about to have another set of conversations that would spark up a whole lot as well. And we would have as much fun as we want you guys to have as well. Pay attention. It's Gabby's Theory, and you're welcome. Boom!
Let's learn.
Mama, what's up with you?
I'm
What's
okay.
up with you? Yeah.
Thank you for having me here again.
Having you here. You don't know you're like the cheerleader of this show, like right now.
No be my theory.
Even if not be your theory, sir, but your theory, they affect my theory. Yes, that's the effect of having a female counterpart host on the same show. We rub off from different perspectives. She'll talk from the female angle, I'll talk from the male angle, and we'll balance things, like a confluence. Oh, you both too much.
It's too much.
Oh, you both too much. In short, it's so good to see you guys, even though we can't see you in person. Let me even, share the revenge. Bushy wa Jenny. Right. So Kem, when people behave a certain way, what's your opinion of them? When you know that they've done things consecutively in the same manner and same pattern. How do you see that scope? What do you think?
Okay, let me paint a scenario.
Okay.
I stay in Lagos.
Yes.
And I jump buses.
Kemi, stop now. You don't even look like who is jumping.
Uh-uh.
Oh yeah, now people judge now. Look at this girl now. Is she a bus jumper?
Yeah, no, Kwaja showed you.
Hey, Modari.
Mega. I jump buses so.
Kemi.
Yeah. What's that? What's that?
A car to you.
Amen.
Yes, sir.
Amen.
Yes,
I
sir.
receive it.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Okay, so back to what we are saying.
Right.
I jump buses.
Right.
I know how these Agbe will behave. I'm not like them. But immediately I'm entering the bus, I will not come to that level totally.
Right.
But I have to come to that space of, this is who they are.
Yes.
I have to act.
Reduce your
and
steez.
behave. Yes. And behave the way they are. Okay, let me tell you, one day, mo sanwó mọ́tò.
Okay.
The Abego didn't give me change. Our day, Bitanlo, mọ́tò ní fault. Ó wá ní sọ̀kalẹ̀ jẹ́ kí fi mọ́tò change mi dà kọ́kọ́ fún mi ní change. Ó ní wọ́n ní mọ́tò kíní. Ṣé wọ́n máa gba change mi sẹ́ ẹ̀wọ̀n mọ́tò. You know what? Bọ̀bọ̀ máa wò mí pé fine girl.
O ti bọ́lẹ̀.
Mo ń ṣe fine girl. I will not behave that way if I'm talking to you.
Right.
But I know this is who they are.
Right. So you need to come up with that persona.
Yes, I have
match
to
up
come.
that energy.
Yes, and I won't judge them. This is who they are.
Yes.
I don't have to judge them like, no.
So to say they are in character, typical, but you are borrowing that character for a moment.
Acting.
You're acting.
The way you're an actor, you act characters that you're
Right.
So I have to act who I am not, because that is who they are.
Yeah, but you can't say you are acting the way you're not. That means you have a little, if you're able at least to behave like them for a certain period of time, that means you also have that attribute.
Of course, when you are in an environment.
What is in our mind here?
When you are in an environment. Traits yẹn máa wà now. You cannot act ajẹbọ níbi tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe kíní o.
I see.
Because you will not even try. Kò lè work.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So you have to look at ìwà wo làwọn ènìyàn ń wò.
Okay.
Then you have to align with it. So that kò ní di pé.
The reason is because you find yourself in their space.
In that space.
That's their original space.
Exactly.
That's their habitation. And the only way to survive is to quickly borrow their element, use it for a phase of time that you are within the bus, and get off it, right? Ṣé o máa tún gbé agbèrò style délé rẹ̀?
Mo ò lè gbé délé. So tí mo bá ti wá mọ̀ pé okay, I cannot cope with this kind of lifestyle, with this
Right.
kind of environment. Mo ò ní lọ bẹ̀ at all. That comes to normal human relation. If tí mi bá ti lè cope pẹ̀lú èèyàn tó wà ní agbègbè mi, don't even let me deal with them at all. But if I'm dealing with this person, I have to understand that this is who they are. A lè jẹ́ nǹkan kan náà.
Right. No, we will never.
Ìwà wa yàtọ̀.
No.
Even twins wọn bí lọ́jọ́ kan, ìwà wọn máa yàtọ̀. And the fact that you understand that eléyìí ìwà ìlélẹ̀ gbà fún, tó bá sì lè gbà fún, just leave them. Go to àwọn tó lè gbà fún or tó máa gbà fún ẹ. That is how I see life.
Yes.
That is how
You're very correct. Yeah. You're very correct. You're not far-fetched at all. Because it's the norm. It's the very norm, especially if you're within a city like Lagos. Yes, I concur to that. Human behavioral pattern, varies. And most of it is due to the upbringing and the chances to life as well. Some are highly privileged, some are less privileged. The routine is now, okay, where do I belong? But it's always good to learn from both sides, so you don't know what can come in handy. You don't know what can come in handy. And I'm of that opinion as well, to say, when it's about the room, which is good. And even for people that you are friends with, you understand? So
we want more.
Yes. Money is some money. So if you're blessed with that mindset to be able to multitask, to be able to get in and off character with your environmental behavioral pattern, then I think kudos to you. I think I'll give great kudos to anyone like that, because it's not so good when you complain about things all the time. No. It's not so good when you feel helpless about a certain situation that you can actually handle with grit. All you need to do is just, have a feel of what that environment is, and pick up the element to also, tug against the wave that is, that is being thrown at you, or that is coming right towards you. So I think that lifestyle is good to be able to dance around emotions and feelings like that. Else, life will just seem like, stagnant. You won't be able to mingle too much.
It will be difficult.
And human interaction is the survival instinct of a lot of things to happen. If we're to deal like this now, we're dealing. Do you understand? And we already know what we're trying to do, and we're not trying to go overboard of that thing. So I love when a human is durable enough to to go around 360 emotions, where there is lively, you gotta be lively. When this is a much more conservative place to be, you find a way to to fit yourself into it. So adaptation for survival, which is great, and I like that. And which calls me to this side of having friends that behave some certain way. Some you have to stay at the center of, you're like the pivotal of things that gets connected to a lot of emotions. So you can have like plenty of friends, but you behave to each the way they behave
differently,
to you, and you won't have any issues. You won't be that type of friend that is very linear. No. So I think it's okay to be able to study and observe people's character. It's very, it's a nice thing to do, because it helps you, it helps your psyche as well, because you think you're studying them, they're also studying you too, because you also have your own lifeline to life that you're trying to either cover up or exhibit. And we all have these things, Yes, we all have these things. We all have that not so good side, and very good side. And you know what's funny? We use everything.
Yes.
Because even the not so good side is pretty much good for some certain situations. Like you said, if you look at that in the very conservative emotions that you have, you wouldn't want to be an agbero. You know, but there's an instinct that calls you to that part of yourself to say, if I don't play this character here, if I don't exhibit this role, I'll be trampled upon, I'll get cheated on, and I'll feel bad about it. You might steeze up in the midst of it, but when you get to your own corner of yourself, you feel like, I didn't, you know,
I could cry.
you know, I didn't do this well. I didn't, you know.
Yeah, I
I
always
didn't
say
approach
that
this
I'm capable of extending both grace and craze.
Yes.
It depends on
that's
where
grace,
I am.
Yeah, grace and you see now, Kemi is dropping bars on the show, you know, heavy bars, you know, grace and
Craze.
craze.
Fine girl day.
So that's the new term for you people to catch up on, you know, grace and craze. You know, so if you didn't meant, no, say me self, na mental, you understand that kind of thing. So with the new popular saying, only way they laughing.
We're laughing. But that's the reality.
Yes.
You cannot
yes.
be in the
You know, especially in a bustling city like Lagos.
like Lagos.
You know, this state is so commercially oriented that if you're not going to get up to act wavy, people's wave will throw you out of the way, like
I did tell you.
like succinctly, like
did tell
it's
you.
pretty simple. And I don't know even mean any like. That's why me I did tell people say, if your life makes sense, not your fault. If your life no make sense,
Nah,
not
still
your
your
fault.
fault.
So I always advocate the fact that don't let them kill you, or don't let them take away your prime time. Don't let them take away your prime time. Why? Because when you guys grow much older, like that, then they figure that they've done you wrong. The only thing they owe you is an apology. But once if you look back, owó tó yẹ kí wọ́n pa, wọ́n ti pa mọ́ wọn tí wọ́n sọ.
Because of what wise.
Yeah. So, and then me are wise, but just because o ti wà considerate jù, you know, ebi tó yẹ kó ti shock wọn akin, fidget and all, or won't consider emotion ẹlòmíì, which is good. I like when people feel for people, but don't feel for people to the extent where what's yours is not even taken away from you. You know, you won't blame them because they are doing the right thing, meaning hustling people. People that hustle people, they always have it. I say it even in a film scheme, the villain would always do things based on the fact that he's also right. It's not being in a film to say I'm blaming the bad guy. No, he's also there as a hero of some sort, either to his own family, that is personal. Because if you're saying, why am I infiltrating so much pain on you and all that? If I need to give you pain to make me feel ease, some people will do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they will still say, because me, I want to flex. I don't care if anybody, you know, all the bosses that are owing people salary and all that, but at the end of the year, they're taking their family to Dubai, you know, yacht and all those things and all that. Meanwhile, staff are, you know, are hungry. You know, to the boss who feel like he needs adequate money to do that. It's bad behavior. But then people do it anyway. They do it. And they do it in such a way, they put a standpoint of saying the fact that, yes, they also, you know, like what BJ shared with me briefly, you know, to say you were giving money for a certain level of production and you're literally telling the producer that you're not going to give your cast any money because you feel they are in training, so they should just babe.
Imagine.
You know, and you are so boastful of that.
Of that.
You're not even trying to be diplomatic to say, okay, I will talk to you later, and I'm going to reason this thing later. You are literally saying it out loud that you're not going to give anybody money.
That's a very bad behavior.
People do it. We can rule over that to see it as bad behavior, but motherfuckers do it anyway. So you have to protect your zone where you don't get trampled upon, where you are not ready to do bad stuff, but you are also not ready to be trampled upon. So you have to put your mindset in the middle where you're accessible and at the same time, you can't be taken for granted. So life of balance is what people should seek.
Yes.
Life of balance. It's hard, you know, especially people with natural traits of kindness. Me, I say it all the time. I say the most kind people are the meanest people. Yes. Ask me why.
Why? Ow.
Because by default, they are nice. They feel for people. And they also know when they are being taken for granted. And then when they've decided to hit back and not be nice, they go overboard with it.
Yes.
They do it to the extreme. And they are justified because whatever they do on both ends is emotional. Is emotional based. So as heightened they feel being nice, they're also that way when they are not nice. So it's a double-edged sword. You know, they can be as extremely nice to a point where you even feel like, how I do one shit, you're there and all that. No, they still know what they are doing. They still haven't gotten to the gauge where they need to, but the minute they make that decision to say they don't want to be nice, in short, when you see them, you think they are the most terrible person, High spirit of being nice, but low forgiving spirit. Yep. So I think life of balance is very essential for all humans. It helps regulate stuff. It doesn't put you on the edge of you just getting to be, or it doesn't put you on the edge where people just take from you. It gives the idea that yes, I can give, but please don't make a mess of this emotion for me. Because it's easy for me to be nice almost all the time because it's second nature. But because I've lived within the virtue of wolves, I've also been trained to be psychologically balanced, to say, yes, I do this because I know you need it. But then if you make me feel like, yes, I'll take it. It's not a big deal.
You know past that.
You understand? So I'm not going to stand and hear people say, why, Obama Gbalo? No. So that they understand perfectly. Bó ṣe rọrùn àti fún náà ló máa rọrùn àti gbà. Because if you are not going to approach anything like that, you wake up almost every day in sorrow. And when you look at it, you always feel, why is the world not nice to me? No, because you also are not ready not to be nice to people. The minute you're ready not to be nice to people, you now see people being nice. That's the logic. It's not far-fetched. It's not you being Tobashi eye for an eye. No, that's not even an eye for an eye, because one, you are the one who sowed the seed of friendship first by being nice. Because if you have bad instincts, you won't even show up like you can be nice to anybody from onset. But if you are able to do that first, even before anybody owes you anything, you're already being nice to people, to say, I'm not expecting anything back though, but then again, I feel for you. It's not about how much you have, it's about being kind. You understand? So it's about waking up and say, okay, I feel for this person. I can sense what even though I'm not in your shoes, but I feel for you. And whatever I have now is still, not so bad to share. And you just you let it go. So human behavioral pattern needs to be observed properly. It needs to be from within family, to having friends, to having associates, to even having enemies. There's some behavior your enemy would have that is still useful to you. Of course.
You learn.
Of course. They also have something you are taking from whatever they are trying to do to you as well. So that's my own personal opinion.
And people know what they are doing. Everybody knows what they are doing. Everybody knows what they are doing.
That's it. That's why I both of you so water. Cause ẹni tó wù ẹ́ tó gbá ẹ lójú ó mọ ohun tó ń ṣe.
Ó mọ nǹkan tó ń ṣe now. So tí wọ́n bá ti wá lọ gọ̀ fún it's on you. It's on yes
so
now.
God knows someone saying má gọ̀.
Má gọ̀. You have to be streetwise. Tó wá ṣe gentle tó, you still have to be streetwise like.
See what Kemi is saying? He's saying only kẹ́ má gọ̀ pé omi cup kan lè gbéyàn lọ.
No, I'm a gentle girl. Tẹ́ bá bomi sẹ́nu mi bẹ̀lẹ̀ má bà.
Ní wọ́n ló ṣe rere fún
I don't talk.
ó ṣe rere fún conductor sọ pé ẹ máa wọ Kemi lásán. Ṣé you want the wine federal?
No, I'm always doing fine girl.
Má ṣe yẹn o.
I'm always doing fine girl.
Yeah, but you're fine anyway. Oh God. All right, big love to you guys. Still on Gabby's Theory. We still have a whole lot to share with you guys. Kemi, what's your next step now? What are you up to now? What do you intend to do?
Continue living.
Living. Okay. That's what everybody wants to do anyway. But with this, your academics, do you intend to lecture, like be in a classroom, or you want to do something a bit off the classroom?
I love classroom environments a lot.
Okay.
But yes, I want to do something else. But I'm this kind of person who loves doing things. And if I get bored, I want to come to another thing.
Okay.
So yes, academic for me is not my first love.
Ambitious humans are always like that anyway.
Yeah.
They always want to try
Different things. And I enjoy it. I won't lie to you. I
Yeah.
enjoy academics a lot. It's stressful.
Oh, yeah.
But I enjoy it every bit because I learn. I tend to learn things.
Yes, and he engages the mind so well.
Yeah.
So well.
I meet intelligent people.
Oh yeah?
That's where I thrive more.
Okay.
When I'm having intelligent conversation, when I'm amongst people who can add something to my life. This one, please.
So no emptiness around Kemi.
No.
No emptiness. And that should go for everyone as well. Don't just have random friends. It's not always advisable to have random friends. I'm not even talking about friends with benefits now. I'm just saying, it's short. In this modern day time, people go for friends with benefits. I'm not even talking about male or female thing. You have to, I'll put it in a much more advanced way to say resourceful friends. You know, resourceful friendship is good. When I know if I call Kemi, half of the problem I'm looking for in her direction is solved because she's resourceful to get all those things for me at no cost. You know, it helps. It's like somebody who's in the entertainment industry, who has a friend in banking sector, who has a friend in the legal sector, who has a friend in the oil and gas sector, who has a friend, you know, almost in all present, walks of life. So each time there's full scarcity, I know who to call. Not like I'm not going to pay, I will still pay, but I would have it easy than me going to the filling station
To go and queue.
So that solves that problem. And if I have any banking issue, rather than queue on the line, they'll just tell you to come to the MD's office straight up. You know, it's like that. And when they also need an MC to anchor their event, or they need some set of, you know, public faces to come around, they know exactly who to call. So resourceful friendship is good.
Yeah, so you have to study who is this person. Can I
That's
work?
why people pick friends. They don't. That's why random friendship is not advisable.
At all.
It's not advisable, especially if you're the type that has a lot of friends that they look up to you. Ikunio. Ikunio. Because you're heading for a drainage.
They will only take, they won't deposit, they will only take from you.
That's the thing.
And you will dry up
that's
fast.
The thing. You get yourself molded up in being caring for people that are not adding nothing to you.
Yeah.
Not like they don't have their good days, but be careful in selecting friends. And we've already talked about human behavioral pattern. You know, some people just feel you're indebted to helping them all the time.
Entitlement mentality. It's too much.
Which is, it's crazy. Kemi, it's crazy. It's crazy. Because even you work so hard to get everything done the way you want them to be. And some people just feel yeah, while I don't really blame them, I blame you as a person because you say your friend is bad, your friend is terrible. If your circle is not good enough, you should be the one missing. Don't complain about your bad friends. Take a walk. Excuse yourself on time. Because if you don't do that, you don't have any reason to complain.
Yeah.
You don't have any reason to complain. You can't say your friends are not so good and you're still within the circle.
Then you're not good. Somebody once said, if you have 5 poor friends,
yes,
that makes it 6 poor people.
Yes, no, definitely. That's
because you are like them. You are them.
That's the thing. That's the thing. So it's essential to have a balance from the chemist first ideology of playing characters that fit into situations you find yourself, especially if you're from that side of life, and also in keeping friends, align with other people from different walks of life so that you can easily solve each other's problems.
Yeah, but that has to be temporary. If you're acting, it is acting,
Of course,
this is not my space.
No, you already know that.
This is not my space.
The fact that you have the ability to compete, that's the thing. Because looking you less to say, oh, she's a female, and you now displaying that attitude, even if they feel they can still do something to you, but they'll respect the fact that, oh, she also has energy. Oh, nice. Let's respect that. So they respect the attitude that, oh, you also can play into our zone. It gives them that confidence to say, oh, I bad on this girl. So you want to anywhere they that's when they come to that side of I'm going to shiri go get. No, they're fine, no, they're shake, no, they're shout. It's not advisable for people to be dogs, or to be badly behaved, but
that's all.
Know when it is essential for you to act, and also when you need to keep it tight. Yep. I mentioned earlier, that for some of these badly behaved people, it's a whole lot more on the environment and the early situation in life. As we crave for good stuff, the bad stuff keep coming in the way. They also must have had it like that while growing up. For some, it might be like the dad, the mom are not so well to do, and when it was time for them to go and get educated, it was tough for them that they had to now resort to street education, which also is a form of education. In short, for some people, they feel street education is the best education ever. But approach now matters. Approach is now the thing. Because some of those people just get on this road of street learning by starting with hard drugs. And what hard drugs will do is, over time, it makes your brain quite erratic.
Yeah.
It makes you very edgy and all that. So once you are like that, then you start to approach life from that perspective. You'd always feel like you don't want anybody to do anything to you. You're always feeling agitated. You're always, yes. Even you don't even have a situation yet. You're already very defensive. Like you're already very defensive. Like you don't, you're already in that thing and so on. So people that grew up like that would always have bad interactions. So it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough. But in your own understanding of meeting with such people and knowing their lives or having a clue of what they've been through, you will now be the one to size up to meet them halfway by being a little patient than them. So once you are able to get that lifeline to regulate yourself within their own headspace, then you'll be able to present your own situation to them as well in a very calm way. I've seen Gabriel being so very calm.
Gone. You see, over time, I've learned to not judge people.
Yeah, I've
I
never.
always, if anybody is acting in a certain way, I always ask myself, Ibolo Timbo.
Yes, sir. That's the first thing.
Going up, Ilewa, you cannot even say, Ore Okwe. You dare not. Yes. My father will ask you that. Ore Eti Okwe Yenwa Fikun. So we dare not curse, we dare not abuse ourselves.
Okay.
That is how I grew up. You understand? So if
First
I say,
hand.
you dare not even beat any, you dare not.
Yeah.
Because my father will ask you, only know why unnecessarily.
Right.
So I see people act in a certain way, and I'm like, why to change by? Because I didn't grow up in that.
You didn't experience that.
I didn't experience that.
So you didn't know if that was obtainable.
Yeah. So we now moved from our neighborhood where it is calm. I grew up in a gate house, all these. All of us, get inside. Benny. That's what they call us. So we now moved to one neighborhood, Nibadon. I grew up in Ibadan.
Basharon is still.
Gets new. We now moved to Oremeji. Oh my God. It was so strange to all of us because
Oremeji is close to Mokola now.
No, not the Mokola.
Okay, Oremeji.
When you're express.
Oh yeah.
Agugu.
Agugu.
We moved to that
interior now.
Interior Ibadan. And we like lot of Joe. That like it was strange at a point. At the point I would just wake up. We would think that kilo and the man who need normal conversation. And it was Ekpe. It was Ekpe, it was Ebu. If they didn't abuse themselves, only.
And that was the life.
That was the life. That was when I now learned that, this is where certain people are coming from.
Yeah.
You can't take it away from them.
It's environmental influence.
You just have to learn to live with them.
That's why I said, once you come across people like that, be the one that is a bit calm to know. Not like, niweri.
Yeah.
Do you understand? But you've been able to curtail yourself to a certain level where you can easily see an erratic person and size up to figure what's on their mind before you now launch whatever you want to launch as maybe conversation or a campaign of some sort. So it's part of it. You want to more bullshit so to bat around. Was sima there, but to buy fair we want for just scale. You will not share was no.
To buy there we came on setting.
You take a walk. You take a walk.
Just firstly, I consider Ibolen eating bo.
Me, I even grew up on a street where is predominantly street justice. Things don't happen to you and you get home and tell your mommy about it. No. The baja waja. Do you understand? Yeah, you contribute your part to the fight to say, okay, no, only no me, can my love just soon. I'll put in my best as well. To buy no me, he'll be glaring, but to see that I don't put effort in any you see. So that informs a whole lot, That gave the resilience to say, if you're challenged, you should have stamina, to withhold whatever, comes your way. And to say, first of all, if things happen, analyze it. Don't be quick to judge. Analyze the situation pretty fast. In the midst of all these things, not you have to figure it out and say, okay, like you said, it can take a walk. But for my own area, even you still put in, you do what you have to do. But it'll be physical.
Yeah.
We'll have to see it, not psychological. We'll see that, okay, you get bitten, like proper, or this guy tried, instead of get some points and all the rest of it. So if you're from that background, I think it's in the middle of everything that you'll be able to survive almost anywhere.
Yeah.
So it's okay for people to have a certain behavior, but it's for you. If you think you're more cool-headed and level-headed than them, is your job first to size up. Your job is not to launch an attack. You can tell that they are misbehaving already, but you just want to size up to see, okay, what's this behavior about? Okay, share this one when they do pass and save. She don't know say I dey keep quiet for him. Or she ain't think say Ingofi do anything to me. Well, I don't blame him, sha. And because of him, Popsy we no dey around. So now only Momsy dey with him. You know? So there's no fatherly influence in his life that could bring him to order. So that's how I feel. That don't just be the first to key into any bad flow with anybody. At least be the one who is receptive to know exactly where those people are coming from. So once you're able to figure that out, then like I said, you'll be able to place yourself in the in the midst of this whole argument. And if it's throwing punches, if you can't, take a walk. But if you can, alaye egbara in blue.
No, èmi ò support jàgídíjàgan.
Ṣé jàgídíjàgan ni?
I mean, jàgídíjàgan ni now. Tọ́wọ́ ẹni ẹ bá lè jọ̀ọ́ mi nǹkan.
Ó lè náà ni ẹ.
I walk
But you mean pé ò ní sapa ẹ.
I walk away.
You walk. No, you're a lady. You should walk away. Well, I'm talking about John stars. The people that like to prove points all the time. You know, so but in all honesty, I think that's just it. You study people's behavior to know exactly what is wrong with them before you now key into into it. And like I said, don't always be the first person to cause trouble. It's not your place to.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean. So love people, don't give people more than what they deserve, and try as much as possible to make sure you're justified in everything you're trying to do. And you're going to do it in such a way that you spell it out to the whole world that, hey, you mean jari or you mean no. From the lay down of things that had happened would definitely tell people if you're totally justified or not. Which is why I said from inception, don't be the troublemaker. Don't. It's not so good. So that takes us to the end of today's episode of Gabby's Theory. Remember, all this are for our lives to change for the better. And we are always going to keep it real and have more fun. And as usual, sign out with Kemi.
Oh, whatever.
Kemi.
What's that?
You have to go and learn boxing.
Munko. Ijawa
lose guy. Show more. Hey, man, people bad. Man, they look this girl like say she be female. She don't feel anything.
I'm a gentle girl, a perfect gentle girl.
Really?
Yeah.
But pretty, gentle girl. So it brings us to the end of this episode. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys on the next episode. Until the next episode, hold up. Wait a minute. Da-da-da-da-da. Peace.